Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Gizmo Joe. Today I have a phone that I'm going to unbox, but the reason why there's a little Google Home Mini is because basically Telstra, which for those of you who are not located in Australia, is a telecommunications company. They're a cell phone provider, mobile phone provider here in Australia. They're one of the biggest ones. And Telstra on their website was running a deal. They basically had some of their own branded phones, which we'll get into in a minute, like half off. And they were chucking in a brand new Google Home Mini for free. So basically, if you bought the Telstra Essential Plus, which is normally a $99 sort of budget phone, you got the Google Home Mini for free. But get this, it was 50% off. So I got this phone for $49 and a Google Home Mini for free. So basically, both of these were 49 bucks. And this is my mother-in-law's Christmas gift for essentially nothing. So I'm super psyched about that because she's impossible to shop for. She's one of these people that just buys everything she wants. So what do you get them? I don't know. I figured, Google Home Mini, she can tell it to play music or something while she's cooking or something. I don't know. But I've had experiences with Amazon Alexas before, little Echo things. This is pretty much the same from what I understand. So I'm looking forward to wrapping that up and crossing the mother-in-law off the Christmas list. So I'm not going to do a review on this because I'm not going to open it, but maybe when she opens it, I'll have a look at it and try to do a sneaky review. Anyway, I'll put that off to the side for now. So again, I got this particular phone for 49 bucks plus a Google Home Mini, which I thought was an insane deal. I really only bought it for the Google Home Mini, and this particular phone, I'm not in the market for one. I don't even have a Telstra SIM card, so it's pretty much useless to me. But I figured it might be good to take a look at, especially for those of you who are in Australia and may be thinking about picking up one of these. Now, if you're not in Australia, this video might be useful to you because this is actually an Alcatel One, which is a Android Go device, which makes it really interesting. So Alcatel is a Chinese manufacturer. I believe they're a subsidiary of TCL, who make TVs and stuff. But Alcatel pretty much makes all of Telstra's kind of in-house phones or whatever, but it's basically just rebranded sort of stuff that they already have out on the market. So if we take a look at the Telstra Essential Plus, you'll see that it comes with a whole bunch of activation junk. But basically what you're looking at is about a 5-inch screen. You're looking at a VGA display, which means it's probably going to be pretty bad. That's 480p, but you never know. The processor just gives you a 1.28 gigahertz, which is oddly specific. It tells you got your talk time of 12 hours, etc., standby. Anyway, let's see if there's any more information on the side. So you get a 5 megapixel rear camera, so really throwing it back a few years. You got a 2 megapixel front-facing camera with flash, so for selfies and stuff. I don't know, 2 megapixels, depending on how far away, it might not be too bad. I like this quality display. So it's a 4.95 inch, so that's an 18:9 aspect ratio, so it should be pretty thin, just in terms of the width, at less than 5 inches. And I just love how they tell you quality display. I'll believe it when I see it. Social ready camera features, okay, quad-core processor. I would imagine it's a MediaTek. You got 8 gigabytes of internal memory, which means about 4 or so is going to be usable. But it's got a micro SD card slot at 32 gigabytes, so maximum, which isn't great. But again, if you're just looking to store your photos or music or whatever, that should be plenty. Anyway, let's open this up. I've already opened it, as you can see, because I didn't want to accidentally cut myself with a knife or anything trying to struggle to open this up. So this is the Telstra branded box. We're just going to chuck this off to the side. So let's have a look here. I already cut this open as well. So let's have a look at what's inside. So, all right. So here is the phone itself. We'll put that off to the side for now. If we open this up, this is a bit disingenuous because I already took the battery out and put it in the phone just so that I could easily turn it on, so you guys have to watch me put the battery in. So I apologize. This is sort of a fake unboxing. But let's see. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. Let's take a look at what's in here. So we'll put the box off to the side here. Now, you got your little power brick, so it's not going to be a quick charge or anything. This is super cheap. Again, this is a $99 phone that they're selling for 49 bucks, probably just getting rid of the stock because they're old and nobody wanted them. But you could see even the power brick said Alcatel on it. So you know that this is an Alcatel phone, just rebranded for Telstra. You got your manuals, you get your SIM card and all that junk. Put that off to the side. Let's see, what do we got here? It looks like it's probably the charging cable, so micro USB, so pretty standard. I don't know, cable feels alright, it's nice and thick, so should probably last a while. What's this thing? Nothing, just a Australian consumer law telling you if you hate it, you can always get your money back. Now, it looks like it comes with a pair of headphones. I don't have, I'm not holding out hope for the quality of these headphones. I'm sure they're awful. Oh yeah. Yeah, these look real comfortable to stick in your ear. I mean, I'm sure they work. It's a nice touch, I guess, but I don't know. These things are probably useless just because if you could even get them in your ear, they'd probably be excruciating. And I'm sure the sound quality is very, very poor. But, you know, I guess it's the thought that counts, I suppose. Anyway, let's take a look at the phone itself. So, it is, again, 18:9 aspect ratio, so it's very thin across. Now, what I notice immediately is that it's pretty light. It kind of has this brushed look on the back, but it's all plastic, basically. It feels pretty cheap. It doesn't have any jagged sort of edges or anything like that that makes it feel awkward or uncomfortable to hold. It actually feels quite nice in the hand, and again, I think that has to do with the 18:9 aspect ratio. You know, it makes it a bit thinner across, so it's definitely easier to hold. You'll notice on the back here, you don't have a fingerprint scanner. There's no fingerprint scanner on the front, nothing. So this is a pretty bare bones phone. You'll see here, it's got the Telstra logo, you know, made by Alcatel or whatever. It's got a 5 megapixel camera, and you got a bit of a flash there. You got another camera up here that's 2 megapixels. So not all that impressive. It's just a bar. Now, again, if this is for a kid, like a young kid, like a tween or something like that, I'm not even sure what that is, but anyway, if this is for a tween or a senior citizen of some kind, you know, I would imagine that this would probably get the job done if all you're doing is some very, very basic sort of web browsing, maybe doing a few Instagram snaps here and there. But you know, if you got a kid who drops the thing all the time, I mean, obviously you're not going to buy him an iPhone or anything like that, you know, but for this, you know, $100, you know, again, I got mine on sale, half off, $50, you know, you could probably do a lot worse. Let's fire it up just to see what it looks like. Let's see how long it takes up. So here we go. So there we go. All right, we got the little splash screen. You guys counting at home? I don't know. It's probably going to take a while. It's probably a very underpowered device, but I mean, I can tell already that the screen's not great. The viewing angles are pretty bad. Ooh, yeah, nice little tunage there. Okay, so now, as I mentioned before, this is an interesting device because it's an Alcatel One. Now, the Alcatel One runs Android Go, which, if you don't know much about it, I mean, I won't profess that I know a lot about it, but basically my understanding of Android Go is that is a sort of slimmed down version of Android that essentially can be run on lower powered devices. So this is actually running Android 8, which is the latest version of the operating system. It's Oreo. And, you know, to be honest with you, it feels kind of speedy. It feels all right. You know, if we look here, so your Joy 1, I don't know if that's what it's actually called. I'm not really sure. Anyway, so yeah, so you're looking at a MediaTek 6739 processor. You know, pretty basic stuff, but yeah, it's on Android 8.1. So, you know, it's going to have all the latest updates and security updates and all that sort of junk. So, actually kind of impressed in that regard. But as you can see here, I'm just tilting the phone slightly and it's a mess. This display is god-awful. Again, it's a VGA display. I just turned the brightness up. You can't even see anything on this thing. I don't even want to pretend like this is going to be halfway decent outside. It would probably be an absolute nightmare because, again, the viewing angles just inside, just moving it around, are non-existent. You got to be looking at this thing straight on. And it actually gives me like a weird, it has a weird sort of, I don't know, sheen or something to it. I don't know. It's making me sort of nauseous. Anyway, that's going to do it for the Telstra Essential Plus, aka the Alcatel One running Android Go. It's not, like I said, a total waste, again, but I think it has to be in the hands of the right audience. Somebody who's looking for something bit more, with a bit more grunt to it, a better camera. You're going to be very disappointed with this particular device. But again, for an older person who maybe doesn't use their phone all that often, or a younger person who is going through them because they drop them in water or the toilet or smash them on the ground or whatever, definitely a disposable phone. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I come out with new videos every single week. Anyway, have a good one. This is Gizmo Joe signing off.